Welcome to my channel. Do you feel stuck when speaking English because your sentences are too long and confusing? What if I tell you that you don't need big sentences to speak confidently? Small sentences can change everything. Stay with me, because today you will learn the simplest way to start speaking English easily. Comment below, do you feel nervous when you speak English? Chapter 1. Why small sentences are your secret power. You know this feeling. You want to speak English, but your mind becomes heavy. You start thinking of long sentences, perfect grammar, big words, and then you stop. You say nothing. You feel stuck. Many learners feel this, and maybe you feel this too. You think, I need to speak perfectly. But this thought is the real problem. It blocks your voice. It creates fear. It makes English look big and difficult. But today, I want you to relax. Take a deep breath, because the truth is very simple. You do not need big sentences to speak English. You only need small sentences. Yes, small sentences are your secret power. Think about your real life. When you talk in your own language, do you always speak long sentences? No, you say simple things. I am tired. Come here. Wait a minute. I like this. These are small sentences, but they are powerful. They carry meaning. They help you communicate. English works the same way. But many learners forget this. They try to build long, perfect sentences in their mind before speaking. And because it takes time, they become silent. This is why you feel slow, nervous, and confused. Not because your English is weak, but because your thinking is too heavy. Now imagine this. Instead of thinking big, you think small. Instead of building a long sentence, you say, I am ready. Instead of thinking too much, you say, I don't know. Instead of waiting for perfect grammar, you say, I need help. Suddenly everything becomes easy. Your mouth starts moving. Your confidence starts growing. This is the magic of small sentences. They remove pressure. They give you speed. They give you confidence. And most importantly, they help you start speaking. Let me tell you something very important. Even fluent English speakers use small sentences every day. They do not always speak long, complex lines. In real life, people speak fast, simple, and clear. They say things like, got it, no problem, I understand, let's go. These are not big sentences, but they are natural. This is how real English sounds. So if you want to speak like a real person, not like a textbook, you must learn to love small sentences. Many learners believe that small sentences are only for beginners. They think, if I speak small sentences, my English will look weak. But this is not true. Small sentences are not weak. They are strong. They are clear. They are natural. In fact, they are the foundation of fluency. Every big sentence is made of small parts. So when you master small sentences, you are building a strong base. And when your base is strong, your English will grow faster. Now let me show you something simple but powerful. Look at this sentence. I am feeling very tired because I worked a lot today. This is a long sentence, but you can break it into small sentences. I am tired. I worked a lot today. Same meaning, same message, but now it is easier to say, easier to think, easier to understand. This is how you reduce pressure. This is how you speak faster. This is how you become confident. The biggest problem is not your English. The biggest problem is overthinking. You try to translate. You try to make perfect grammar. You try to sound smart. And because of that, you become slow. But when you use small sentences, you stop overthinking. You speak directly. You speak naturally. You speak like a human, not like a machine. And this is what real communication is. I want you to remember this line. Fluency is not about long sentences. Fluency is about clear and easy communication. And small sentences help you do exactly that. They are like small steps. And when you take small steps every day, you move forward faster than someone who waits for a big step. This is your advantage. This is your new mindset. Now imagine your future. You wake up and you start speaking small sentences in English. You say, I feel good. Today is busy. I need coffee. You are not perfect, but you are speaking. And day by day, your sentences become faster. Your thinking becomes clearer. Your fear disappears. This is how fluency begins, not with big grammar rules, not with big vocabulary, but with small, simple sentences. And here is something exciting. In the next chapter, I will show you a very simple rule, a powerful rule, a rule that can help you start speaking today, even if your English is very basic. It is called the 3 to 5 word rule. And trust me, this one small idea can change your English life. So stay with me, because your journey from silence to speaking has already started. Chapter 2. Start speaking today with 3 to 5 word sentences. Now let's do something powerful. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because the biggest mistake many learners make is waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting to learn more words. Waiting to become perfect. But the truth is simple. You will never feel ready if you keep waiting. You become ready by speaking. And today, I will give you a very simple rule that can change everything. The 3 to 5 word rule. This rule is your shortcut. This rule is your starting point. This rule will help you speak English without fear. What is this rule? It is very simple. You only speak sentences with 3 to 5 words. Not long sentences. Not complicated grammar. Just small, clear, easy sentences. That's it. For example, I am ready now. I feel very happy. This is my book. I don't understand this. She is my friend. Look at these sentences. They are small, they are easy, but they are powerful. You can use them in real life. You can use them every day. And most importantly, you can say them quickly without fear. Now think about this. When you try to speak long sentences, what happens? You stop. You think too much. You get confused. You forget words, and then you become silent. But when you speak small sentences, your brain feels light. Your mouth moves faster. Your confidence grows. This is the magic. Small sentences remove pressure. They give you speed, and speed creates confidence. Let me tell you something very important. Your goal is not to speak perfect English. Your goal is to communicate. If someone understands you, you are already successful. And with 3 to 5 word sentences, communication becomes easy. You don't need big vocabulary. You don't need advanced grammar. You just need simple words, used clearly. Now let's make this real. Imagine you are in a conversation. Someone asks you, "How are you?" You don't need a long answer. You can say, "I am fine today," or "I feel a little tired." Simple, clear, natural. Or someone asks, "Do you like this?" You can say, "Yes, I like it," or "No, I don't like it." You see, you are already speaking English. You are already communicating, and you are doing it with small sentences. I want you to notice something. These sentences are not random. They come from your daily life, your feelings, your actions, your needs. This is why they are powerful, because they are real. When you speak about your real life, you don't need big words. You just need honest, simple sentences. And this is what makes your English natural. Now I will give you a small exercise. Right now, don't skip this. Look around you. Maybe you are sitting, maybe you are watching this video, maybe you are holding your phone. Now say small sentences. I am sitting here. I am watching this video. I am learning English. See, you are already doing it. You are already speaking. This is how you train your brain. You connect English with your life. There is also something very powerful happening here. When you use 3 to 5 word sentences, you start thinking faster. You don't translate from your language. You don't build long structures in your mind. You just say what you feel, directly, simply. This is the beginning of thinking in English, and this is a big step. Let me tell you a short story. There was a learner who always stayed silent. He knew many words. He studied grammar for years. But when it was time to speak, he couldn't say anything. One day, he decided to change. He stopped trying to speak perfect English. He started using small sentences, just 3 to 5 words. Every day he spoke to himself. I am learning now. This is easy. I can do this. Slowly, something changed. His fear started disappearing. His voice became stronger, and after some time he was speaking freely. Not perfect, but confident. Not advanced, but real. This can be your story too. You don't need to be special. You don't need talent. You just need to start small and stay consistent. That's it. The 3 to 5 word rule is not just a method, it is a mindset. It tells your brain, keep it simple, and when things are simple, you move forward faster. Now here is the most exciting part. If you practice this for just 5 minutes every day, you will see change. Not after months, not after years, but very soon. Because you are not waiting anymore. You are acting, you are speaking, you are using English in your life.
Perdono.
And remember this, you are not learning English to impress people. You are learning English to express yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas. And small sentences are enough to do that. In the next chapter, we will take this even further. I will show you how to turn your daily life into English practice, how every moment of your day can become a chance to speak. This is where your English becomes real. This is where your practice becomes natural. So stay with me, because you are not just learning English anymore, you are starting to live it. Chapter 3. Turn your daily life into small English sentences. Now something beautiful begins. Until now, you have learned that small sentences are powerful, and you have started using 3 to 5 word sentences. But now we go one step deeper. Now English is not just practice. Now English becomes your life. Because the fastest way to improve is not by studying more, but by living more in English. And the good news is this: you already have everything you need. Your daily life is your best teacher. Think about your day. From morning to night, you do many small actions. You wake up, you get out of bed, you wash your face, you drink tea, you check your phone, you go to work or school. These are normal things, but now they can become your English practice. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a teacher in front of you. You just need awareness and small sentences. Let's start with your morning. You open your eyes. At that moment, say, I wake up now. You sit on your bed. Say, I feel a little sleepy. You stand up. Say, I am getting up. You go to the bathroom. Say, I brush my teeth. These are small, simple sentences, but they are real. And when you speak about real actions, your brain learns faster, because it connects English with your life, not just with books. Now you go to the kitchen. Maybe you make tea or coffee. Say, I make my tea. It smells good. It is very hot. You take your first sip. Say, this tastes nice. Look at this moment. You are not studying English. You are living English. This is the difference. And this is why this method is powerful. As your day continues, keep using small sentences. You are walking. Say, I am walking now. You see people. Say, I see many people. You feel tired. Say, I feel very tired. You check your phone. Say, I read a message. Every moment becomes a chance to speak, and slowly something amazing happens. You stop thinking too much. You stop translating. You start reacting in English. Many learners ask, how can I think in English? This is the answer. You don't force your brain. You train your brain, and you train it by using English in your daily life. Small sentences make this easy, because they are quick, they are natural, they don't need effort. You just say them. Now I want you to imagine something. You are alone in your room. No one is watching you. No one is judging you. This is your safe space. Start speaking. I am sitting here. I feel relaxed. I want to learn more. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Don't worry about mistakes. This is your practice time. This is your growth moment. Talking to yourself may feel strange in the beginning, but it is one of the most powerful habits you can build. Because when you talk to yourself, you speak freely. You don't feel pressure, you don't feel fear, and this is exactly what you need to grow. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Let me tell you something important. You don't need hours to practice. You just need moments. Small moments, again and again. One sentence here, one sentence there. This is how you build consistency. And consistency is the real secret of fluency. Not talent, not intelligence, just daily practice. Now think about your emotions. When you feel happy, say, I feel very happy. When you feel angry, say, I feel a little angry. When you feel confused, say, I don't understand this. These sentences are powerful because they come from your feelings, and when language connects with emotion, it becomes strong in your memory. Also, start noticing things around you. Look at objects. Say, this is my phone, this is my chair, this is my bag. Describe colors. It is black, it is very big. Ask small questions to yourself. What is this? Where is my key? Why am I late? You are creating a small conversation in your mind, and this is how real thinking starts. Here is a small truth that can change your mindset. English is not outside you. English is inside you. It is in your actions. It is in your thoughts. It is in your daily life. You just need to bring it out, and small sentences help you do that. Let me give you a simple routine. From morning to night, try to speak at least 10 small sentences. That's all. Not 100, not 50, just 10. Anyone can do this. You can do this. And when you do this every day, your brain starts changing. English becomes normal. English becomes easy. And here is something exciting. When you practice like this, you are not preparing for speaking. You are already speaking. You are already becoming a speaker. Slowly, your sentences will connect. Your speed will increase. Your confidence will grow. In the next chapter, we will talk about something that stops many learners. Fear. The fear of making mistakes. The fear of speaking wrong. But I will show you why this fear is not real, and how you can break it easily. Because once fear is gone, your English will flow naturally. So keep going, keep speaking, keep using small sentences. Because now, English is not just something you learn, it is something you live every day. Chapter 4. Speak without fear. Mistakes don't matter. Now we talk about the biggest enemy of your English. It is not grammar. It is not vocabulary. It is not pronunciation. It is fear. The fear of making mistakes. The fear of sounding wrong. The fear that people will laugh, judge, or think you are not good enough. This fear is silent, but very powerful. It stops your voice before you even try. Maybe this has happened to you. You know the words, you understand the sentence, but when it is time to speak, your mouth becomes quiet. Your mind says, wait, what if I make a mistake? And in that moment, you lose your chance. Not because you cannot speak, but because you are afraid to try. But today, I want to change this for you. I want you to see mistakes in a new way, not as something bad, but as something necessary, something helpful, something powerful. Because the truth is simple. If you do not make mistakes, you are not learning. Every person who speaks English fluently today made hundreds, even thousands of mistakes before. They spoke wrong. They forgot words. They used wrong grammar. But they kept speaking, and that is why they improved. Now think about small sentences. Why are they so powerful? Because they make speaking easier. And when speaking is easier, fear becomes smaller. You don't have to build long, perfect sentences. You don't have to think too much. You just say, I am late. I don't know this. I need help. These sentences are simple. They come quickly. And because they are small, you feel less pressure. This is how you start breaking fear. Let me tell you something very important. Communication is more important than perfection. If someone understands you, you are successful. Even if your sentence is not perfect, even if your grammar is not correct. Your goal is not to impress people. Your goal is to express yourself. And small sentences help you do that clearly. Now I want to show you something real. Imagine you say, "Me go market." Is this perfect English? No. But can people understand you? Yes. They know what you mean. You are communicating. And this is your first step. Slowly, with practice, this sentence becomes better. I go to market. Then, I am going to the market. This is growth. This is progress. But it only happens when you start speaking. Many learners wait to become perfect before speaking. But this is like waiting to become strong before going to the gym. It does not work like that. You become strong by practicing. You become fluent by speaking. Not by waiting. Not by thinking, but by doing. Now I want you to imagine something. You are a child again. When children learn a language, they make many mistakes. They say wrong words. They use wrong sentences. But they are not afraid. They keep trying. They keep speaking. And slowly they become fluent. Why? Because they are not afraid of mistakes. They see speaking as a game, not a test. And this is the mindset you need. From today, I want you to change one thing. When you make a mistake, don't stop. Don't feel bad, just continue. If you say something wrong, correct it and move forward. Or even better, just keep speaking. Because the more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Let me give you a small practice. Say this sentence, "I am learning English." Now say it again. Now say it one more time. Each time you feel more comfortable. This is how confidence grows. Not in one big moment, but in small repetitions. Again and again. Also remember this. People are not watching you as much as you think. Everyone is busy with their own life. And even if someone notices your mistake, it does not matter. You are learning. You are improving. And that is something to be proud of. There is also a hidden truth. Confidence does not come first. Action comes first. You speak first and then confidence comes, not the other way around. So don't wait to feel confident. Start speaking now. Even if your voice shakes, even if your sentence is not perfect, just speak. Small sentences make this easy because they reduce fear. They give you speed. They give you control. You are not lost in long thinking. You are present. You are active. You are speaking. And here is the most powerful thing. Every time you speak, even a small sentence, you win. You break fear. You move forward. You become stronger. This is your real progress. In the next chapter, we will connect everything. You will see how small sentences become full conversations, how simple words turn into real communication, and how you can speak naturally step by step. So from now on, don't be afraid of mistakes. Be afraid of silence. Because silence stops your growth. But speaking, even with mistakes, opens the door to fluency. Keep going. Keep speaking. Your voice is getting stronger every day. Chapter 5. From small sentences to real conversations. Now you have reached a very powerful moment. You started with fear. You learned the power of small sentences. You practiced 3 to 5 word sentences. You connected English with your daily life. And you started speaking without fear. Now it is time to see something amazing. All these small sentences you are speaking, they are not small anymore. They are becoming conversations, real conversations, natural conversations. And this is where your English starts to feel alive. Many learners think conversation is something big, something difficult, something that needs perfect grammar and big vocabulary. But now you know the truth. A conversation is just small sentences connected together. That's it. Nothing more. Nothing complicated. Just one small sentence, then another, and suddenly, you are talking. Let me show you something simple. Imagine this conversation. I am tired. The other person asks, why? You say, I worked all day. They reply, oh, take rest. Look at this. Every sentence is small. Every sentence is easy, but together they create a real conversation. This is how people speak in real life. Not with long speeches, but with short, clear sentences. Now think about your own life. You can create conversations like this every day. You can talk about your feelings. I feel happy. Why I finished my work. You can talk about your plans. I go out today. Where I go to market. These are simple lines, but they work. They help you communicate, and they build your confidence. Here is something important. You don't need to speak long to sound natural. You need to speak clearly. When your sentences are short, your message becomes clear. People understand you easily. And when people understand you, you feel confident. This confidence helps you speak more. And the more you speak, the better you become. Now I want you to imagine a small daily routine. Every day you speak for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. You use small sentences. You talk about your day. You ask yourself questions. You answer them. You create small conversations in your mind. This is your practice. This is your training. And this is enough to change your English. For example, you can say, "What am I doing?" Then answer, "I am watching a video." Ask again, "Do I understand?" Answer, "Yes, I understand." Or "No, I don't understand." You see what is happening. You are not just speaking. You are thinking. You are reacting. You are building a real conversation inside your mind. And this is the beginning of fluency. Slowly something changes inside you. You stop translating. You stop waiting. You start responding. English becomes faster, easier, more natural. And one day, you will realize something beautiful. You are not trying to speak English anymore. You are just speaking. Let me tell you something powerful. Fluency is not a big jump. It is a small step repeated every day. Small sentences today. Small sentences tomorrow. And then, one day, those small sentences become a strong voice, a confident voice, your voice. Also remember this, you don't need to compare yourself with others. Everyone has their own journey. Your job is simple. Speak today. Speak tomorrow. Keep going. That's it. And if you stay consistent, your English will grow. Naturally, slowly, strongly. Now look at yourself. You are no longer the person who is afraid to speak. You are someone who can say, "I can speak." Maybe your sentences are small. Maybe they are not perfect. But they are real. And that is what matters. From here, your journey continues. You can add more words. You can build longer sentences. But always remember your base, small sentences, because they gave you your voice. They gave you your start. So from today, don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for perfect English. Speak now. Speak simple. Speak small. Because small sentences are not small. They are the beginning of something big. And now it's your turn. Write one small sentence in the comments right now. Something simple. Something real. If this video helped you, like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more simple and powerful English lessons. Start small today, and your English will grow every day.